Now, what will get you there is what I want to focus on for just a moment, right? If you're thinking about becoming a kind of leader by the end of this year who has certain behaviors, traits, certain skills and abilities, what will you need to do to achieve that? So I want you to think about the kinds of things that would get you there, the kinds of behaviors, the kinds of skills that you have or need to acquire, the kinds of disciplines you might need to add in to your daily practice. And we're going to use a process which we call the 531. The 531 is a distillation process. It's how we boil things down in a crucible. So the first thing I want you to do is just write down 4 or 5 behaviors or skills that you either have or need to possess in order to become that person by the end of this year. What kinds of behaviors and skills will you need to either boost because you currently practice them, but they need to go up a level, or add in because they are evidently things that would be necessary to possess if you wish to become that kind of leader in the next 12 months. Just write down 4 or 5 things that come to mind, and these can be very simple things. You might write down things like sleep hygiene. I need to be really disciplined with my sleep. You might need to write down time management, communication skills, overcoming self-doubt, which you might write in the opposite of. You might just say more confidence, right? However you want to write it, doesn't matter. Write down 4 or 5 things. And when you get those 5 things, again, you can repeat this exercise after this session. You could always do it again. Just stick to the 4 or 5 that you have. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to circle three of them that you think rise to the most importance in the list of 5. 3 of them that, okay, the other 2 you could have or not have, possess or not have, maybe not that big of a deal, but they came to mind. But the 3 that you absolutely sure you will have to possess, the 3 that you'll absolutely have to incorporate into your leadership behaviors. And so as you've reduced it down a little bit, I want you to look at the 3 that you circled. And now what I want you to do is I want you to put a little hashtag in front of the one in which you don't think you can become the kind of leader you wish to become without. So of the 3 that remain, in order to become that kind of leader, which you wrote down a moment ago, I'm becoming the kind of leader who, you would absolutely have to incorporate at a very high level that behavior, skill, or trait into your practice this year. All 5 are important. You're probably going to have all of them in your life at some degree. 3 of them slightly more important than 2. But one of them for sure, you're going to put a hashtag in front of. And the reason we put a hashtag in front of it is I think of it as a kind of filter. I think of it like you do on social media with a hashtag. When you use a hashtag, it's to filter out everything else in Instagram or social media, whatever tool you use, and to just see that one thing. I want you to put a hashtag in front of it so that you can just see that one thing in yourself at a very high level of performance. So I do this little crucible process a lot with clients when I'm doing one-on-one coaching. They say, I want to work on all these things. And we need to boil it down to that one hashtag, that one item that you want to absolutely see as part of your growth journey for this year. Now, I just want to give you a couple of suggestions. When you're doing the 531 exercise, and if you repeat it after today's session, you want to try it a couple of times till you're sure about the one you're going to focus on.